What's up, boys and girls? It is Tuesday after work, and you see I've been a busy beaver. This is just mock-up stuff. We'll talk about that in a moment. But we got to get some stuff kind of sort of in place so we know what's going on. Also, I bought a new radiator for it, but that's ugly. And it's been having cooling issues before that. It would never overheat, mind you. Just get a little hotter than used to. I think this radiator is past its prime. So we'll get a brand new jam in there and see if it does any better. We have our pipes mocked up here in place. This fender is in place. Right now, believe it or not, it's actually held exactly where it belongs by that intercooler piping. So don't really need a brace for that. The other thing we gotta do is we got a little brace to go here to there to hold this fender where it goes, so we can start putting the figure out the front bumper placement on it. Figure out the front bumper placement on it, then we know that this pipe is good, which from what I remember, it should be excellent, no problems, but I want to get that kind of where it goes. I made this jam a stick in there for right now to get it kind of where it goes and to bring the bumper in here and slide it up there. If I know all this clears, then I know Friday morning when it goes to the fabricator, it's okay for him to mimic this path right here. And that would be great, wonderful in our world. I mean, 98% of our work's done. Once he TIG welds all that up, we're pretty much done. The intercooler is just right now, believe it or not, just zip tied in place. That is not the final mounting. But in order to figure out if everything works, you have to start somewhere. Instead of welding, cutting, burning, and putting 10,000 brackets on here and keep cutting them off because I'm stupid and can't get it right, I figured I'd zip tie it in place and figure out from there if that would work. So now, once I do the front bumper thing and it works, I can temporarily throw the grill up in this corner here. I know it's going to clear all through there. And we figure a few things out here and there and go with it. And hopefully it will work out wonderful for us. But you get the general idea. And I also want to be able to take the front end off of it. Sometimes I want to run without a front end on it, and I want to be cool. Sometimes I want to run with a front end on it. Most of the time I'll run it with a front end on it. We're going to cut this bar back 2.5 inches, actually 2 5/8 of an inch. That's not the final cut. That's actually probably half to 3/4, almost as much as an inch too far. But that will allow the bumper to sit on it so I can make sure it's going to clear that pipe right there. And me to jack it up and around, because I still got to put the brackets on it, and that hasn't been done yet, so it's definitely going to go back because it has, the mount's going to push it back another inch at least. So I know I got that. So if I just do that, I haven't cut too much off, and when I go to permanently mount the bumper, and permanently I mean by actually putting bolts in there and welding brackets to it, it'll still be up, come on and off, but it'll let me know that I haven't gone too far, because I don't want to go too far. What we have learned is we're going to suck that piping in about 1/2 of an inch, which is doable, and drop it by an inch. Or inch and a half, 2 inches, and the bumper will slide right on. Let's call it 2 right now. All that is very doable because the intercooler used to hang that much lower than the radiator before, so that's not a big deal. So we have all that room to clear right there to do that. It wouldn't be a problem, won't be a ground clearance problem, won't be a trailer loading problem, won't be a problem, period. If you remember a long time ago, that pipe right there actually used to hang underneath the part of the car. You could literally see it under the bodywork. So it is right now, it is up, I'd say a solid 2 inches where it used to be. To get it back down to where it was, perfect. Fabricator can handle that. So let's blow these fenders off. Know we're good there. We stop playing with this bumper, and we get to the most important thing and try to figure out how we're going to mount the intercooler. Because right now, like I said, it's just zip tied on there, and that's just not going to get it done. I mean, I don't care. It don't bother me, but some people might care. Okay, I care a little. Okay. I didn't decide to try and move the radiator out here and put the intercooler in there, like I said in the other video, because I'd be straight screwed right now because those bumper bracket bolt studs right there still got to go another 1.5 inches back to make the plates adapt to it. So you can see you'd be running out of room real fast under there. Down and below it you would, but if you brought the whole radiator forward, the problem is that real estate gets real tight real fast. I don't know. Interesting. Guess the car shrunk. Maybe I should wash it under hot water. These fenders off real fast. All 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts holding them on. 5 bolts maybe. 4 most likely. And we'll get the wastegate welded back up so it's done. So it's one less thing, and then we'll get to the intercooler. If somebody says something that you're going to hit it with your tire, there's your car at full lock. You can see up and down, it's got a mile of clearance. And when I do plan on narrowing the tire, putting an actual drag tire on the front, it'll be fine. Or motorcycle tire. Watch everybody go, oh God, you're going to die. And I'm like, no, I lived. But anyway, there you go. They're not in any way, shape, or form anywhere closer to where we're supposed to be. But I do just give you a general idea. It's a visual, okay? It's kind of getting out of your head. That's all lopsided, crooked, and not going to be the way it is when it's done. As you can see, I brought that box in further. So I did get a little more clearance, but honestly, the way it gets closer as it is, and there's no way the tire's hitting it. I already turned it and showed it to you. So it's clear there. Just letting everything tack down, cool down, and we'll finish painting the mounts. But this bad boy is a part of the car. It is not going well. 4 mounts on it. All 4 bolted. Not a single self-tapper to be found. Some crappy welds, yes, but not a self-tapper anywhere. And I'll be glad I get that new radiator. That radiator is utterly hideous. Look, you can see all 4 brackets there. 1, 2, sorry, 2, 3, 4. Good. Intercooler is fully mounted up. Obviously, it's going to have these flanges cut off. I used the Wiggins clamp like that right there. So we're going to cut that off. This is 3-inch here. This is 3.5. I ain't making that kind of power. 3 inches is all I need. And so this is going to come down, turn, go under here and back around. That's just going to loop around and stay tight to the radiator and back up. And then I got to when I get it back, I got to run the hoses, which I got to figure out a route for that, which ain't that big a deal. Just got to make sure I stay away from anything that's hot, because it won't be hot for very long. Well, it'll probably stay hot, but it'll be smoky and wet. Then pop the trunk, get the rest of the methanol kit out of there, relocate the air compressor to the other side to mount its on, and make room to put the tank in. The tank shipped today via FedEx. It's only 2.5 days late on shipping, but hey, I'll take late than never. So when it gets here, that'll be basically all we have left, because after Friday, Colin will do his magic and make my trash look 100 times better. He can't cover all my trash up, but hey, at least he'll have something that looks nice on here as opposed to everything else. So, and trust me, I say that, I understand. I'm not trying to be calm, or what do you say here? What's the word I'm looking for here? The word is humble. I'm not trying to be humble, I'm just being honest, okay? The car is a festering pile of POS, but it's my POS and I kind of like it, so there we are. As made up as these brackets might be, because they are just strap, I love how tight that thing feels on there. That is good. That's definitely good. So everything's back together. All it's got to do now is get the cold side, get the water tank in, and get the lines ran, and then work on to changing the tune up a little bit. Obviously, I have to fatten it up high, because it was used to breathing in methanol up high, and now it's not going to have that. But that's just easy. We're just going to add a little bit of fuel. We'll figure out the ratio, add a percentage up top, and then keep an eye on the data logs and go from there. Learn still turn way down on it. I might turn it up to a smidge, so just in case it can catch itself, and we'll go from there. But driving around, it did fine. You saw driving apart throttle yesterday, the other day in the video. It did perfectly fine. Never went lean. It stayed right where I wanted it. So the whole part throttle thing's no issue at all. So all we gotta do is do everything under boost, and a lot lighter than it was. I will put narrow tires on the front, but hopefully it picks some power up. I probably will reroute those air lines down there and on that wastegate. I don't like the way they're there, but for right now they'll do, because it's hot as heck out here and I want to go inside. Tomorrow's my wife's birthday, so you probably won't see me out here or much on social media, because I'm gonna be hanging out with her, doing cool things with her. So yeah, so definitely 100% chance no video tomorrow. I can guarantee that to you. It was very little when it started, but definitely 100% no chance. And then we got here, load this car up Thursday evening and take it to Colin's on Friday morning. He said the earlier the better, so I'm gonna get there early. Just gotta let work know I'm not gonna be there. They're probably gonna be a little mad at me, but yeah, what are we gonna do? Nothing? Okay, sounds like a plan to me. We'll just carry on. They'll learn to live with it. And obviously I need to order more parts for my downpipe. I haven't even done that yet. So yeah, so I'll clearly, the first time it goes out, it'll go out without a nose on it when we take it to run it. But yeah, I've got to get another 5-inch 9-inch piece of pipe so I can change it. I would like to go radical and go bullhorn at this point, but we shall see if funds have for me to pay for somebody to fabricate that for me. Because, you know, I'm not that good. Straight pieces of metal into heavy metal, yeah, I can weld the hell out of that. Intricate fabrication things, it takes me forever. That turbo kit right there, that took me a long time. That took me a whole day to get that sorted out, and that was a mess. But hey, maybe I should try it. I don't know. Any hoozles, that's all I've got. Peace and chicken grease to y'all. I appreciate you watching. And if you could like, comment, subscribe, and all that cool stuff, I do appreciate it. But you can see there is the intercooler, and my idea did work. It cleared the tire. I was so worried about not being able to clear the tire and having to move it. And then when I got her for fitting the bumper up, I was like, oh crap, I got nowhere to put it. Somebody's going to M1. But then no, I didn't have that problem. Now I'm good. And I can't afford M1. I had to change the computer and everything, and that would stink for me. So there we are. We'll catch you later. I appreciate it. Bye.